In this video, I'm going to discuss emotional resilience, what it is, and how you can incorporate it in your life. By the end of the video, I'll give you 5 concepts that you can apply in your life to improve your emotional resilience. Hi, I'm Glenn Citerony, professional life coach and speaker, and this is my YouTube series, Thrive and Transcend. So let's get to it. Emotional resilience. Nelson Mandela, anti-apartheid activist, and the first Black president of South Africa, said once, "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by the number of times I fell down and got back up again." This quote should strike a chord with us because success in life is not your money, your status, where you live, all the fame. It doesn't matter. What matters is the number of obstacles that you faced and how you've overcome adversity. Whether it's losing a job, dealing with a catastrophic illness, or dealing with a loved one that may have an illness, there's no shortage of challenges in life. And there's plenty of opportunities to really demonstrate our emotional resilience. Emotional resilience involves the ability to handle stress and overcome challenges in life. It's like a lacrosse ball. Here's a lacrosse ball. It's got a hard rubber coating. And so if I bounce this, it would come back up high. And in contrast, this is a ceramic cup. If I took this and threw it on the ground, it would shatter in a million pieces. In my life, I've been a ceramic cup and I've been a lacrosse ball in times of facing challenges. Over a period of time, by applying the concepts that I'll talk about in terms of improving emotional resilience, I've improved my own resilience in life and overcoming challenges. And you can do the same thing. Here it is. Number 1, be optimistic, but you also need to be realistic. This is the famous Stockdale Paradox. 20 years ago, author Jim Collins wrote a book. It was called Good to Great. And it was talking about companies that made the leap from good to great companies. In that book, Collins interviews former prisoner of war in Vietnam, Jim Stockdale. Stockdale was the highest ranking officer at the infamous Hanoi Hilton, a brutal prisoner of war camp in Vietnam. Collins asked Stockdale about the personal characteristics of prisoners who didn't make it out of the camps. Stockdale replies, that's easy. It was the optimists. The optimist would say, oh, here comes Christmas. We're going to be out by Christmas. Well, Christmas would come and go and nothing would happen. They would say, well, we're going to get out by Easter. Easter would come and go and nothing would happen. And you can see the sequence here. What that means is the impact it had of expectations on these optimists in the prisoner of war camp was detrimental on their spirit and ultimately on their physical ability to handle the rigors of being a prisoner of war. Stockdale talks about, he says, this is an important lesson. You must never confuse faith that you'll prevail in the end, which you can never afford to lose, with the discipline to confront the most brutal facts of your current reality, whatever they may be. Stockdale talked about he's not an optimistic person by nature, but he realized he had to blend realism with optimism in order to survive and to help his team survive. It's important to find a balance between optimism and realism. It's similar to a car. And if a car doesn't have brakes, you can get it going, but it's hard to maneuver at top speeds and it's hard to stop. Obviously, almost impossible to stop without brakes. You can do it, but it's challenging and it will lead to a deadly crash. Similarly, optimism requires the boundaries of reality to effectively manage your emotions. That's concept number 1. Number 2, engage in self-care routines such as meditation or exercise. Meditation has had a profound impact on my life. Just dedicating a few moments to breathing can transform your emotions, your state of being. Many times when we encounter stress and adversity, we breathe up here in our throat. We don't breathe down here in the diaphragm. You can't see it, but I'm breathing through my abdomen. So take a few moments in silence, in solitude, to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4. Repeat this 3 or 4 times, and it will have remarkable effectiveness on your state of being. Also, don't forget exercise. Okay, that was 2. Number 3, take time outdoors, especially in nature. Go outside, especially for kids. Put the phone down or put it in your pocket and really enjoy outside. And if you're in an urban environment, such as a city, go find a park, find some greenery. Focus on being present and really appreciating the surrounding beauty. Number 4, manage your inner critic. We all have an inner voice, and it comes out in moments of stress, in moments where we feel there's an external threat to us. This could be stating, you're not good enough. Why did you say that? You embarrassed yourself. It's harsh. What you have to do in moments that you're hearing and you're cognizant of the inner voice is refuted by thinking of times where you did succeed, where you were happy. Because if you let the inner voice dominate, it will diminish your resiliency immediately, and it will permeate your subconscious mind. Okay, that was 4. Number 5, if you encounter failure in something, it does not define you. Whether it's a marriage, it could be a project at work, failure is not final. Kobe Bryant talks about that in the video. You should pull it up and watch it. It's a learning opportunity. It should always be a learning opportunity if you're willing to take it as such. In the book I mentioned, Good to Great, the great companies look at failure as a learning opportunity for their employees. If you're in a company and you admonish people for failing or doing something wrong, you're basically creating a problem environment. People will cover their butts, and it will lead to a decrease in morale. Likewise, give yourself some grace and think through, okay, it didn't work this time. What can I do better? How can I apply those learnings for the next situation? And finally, spirituality, cultivate it. The power of prayer and leaning on your faith, especially in challenging times. Remember to consider the bigger picture and know that you're not facing whatever you are facing alone. Connect with the divine by spending time in moments of reflection, in prayer, in meditation, however your faith is. Acknowledging your fears and seeking the strength to overcome them, and embrace whatever happens with grace and peace. So you're probably thinking, Glenn, you gave me 6 concepts, not 5. That's right. I wanted to exceed your expectations, so I gave you 6. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. This is my YouTube series, Thrive and Transcend, where I discuss topics such as personal development, self-improvement, emotional and physical health, and spirituality. If you like these topics, hit the subscribe button. And if you have a topic for a future video, please let me know in the comments section and we'll get on that. I'll see you next time.